There are 32 confirmed spherical objects orbiting the Sun. These objects are planets and planetoids. Each one is a different world to explore and possibly colonize. I will go through these objects one by one so that you can find out a thing or two about them. The second planet is Venus. Venus is the second closest planet to the Sun. It is the only planet that rotates backwards. The Sun rotates counterclockwise from a perspective above the northern hemisphere of Earth, and as such, all of the planets orbit and rotate in that direction, all except for Venus. Venus's orbit is normal, but its rotation is backwards. Rather than backwards, some scientists think that it's upside down. Just like Uranus being knocked on its side, Venus could have been knocked completely upside down by some force. Because of its backwards rotation, Venus has a longer sidereal day than solar day. The sidereal day is longer than its year at 243 days long, but the solar day is half that. Venus has a solar day that is almost 117 days long. That is nearly 4 months. 2 months day, 2 months night. This is shorter than Mercury, but not by that much. Any colonists would also probably use a few, maybe 3, solar day lengths as a year length, and cut that length up into segments that are about 24 hours long, just like with Mercury. Just like Mercury, Venus could use one single time zone, because while on Earth day and night are synced to day and night, on Venus day and night are a few months long, they don't actually change daily. Day and night on Venus are like summer and winter on Earth. We don't set time zones to summer and winter, so out of convenience, Venus could have one time zone. Venus is a similar size to Earth. Some people have said that it is Earth's twin, because it also has a similar mass, so similar density, and probably similar interior structure. It is assumed that Venus has a partially liquid iron core like Earth's. This iron core would generate a magnetic field, but like Mercury, Venus's slow rotation prevents a magnetic field from being generated. Planets need to spin on a daily basis to generate a magnetic field. Since Venus has a sidereal rotation period longer than its year, there is no way that a magnetic field would form. Although Venus has such a weak magnetic field, its atmosphere is very large. The atmosphere of Venus is 96 times thicker than Earth's. A runaway greenhouse effect is the predicted cause of this. Early Venus may have had oceans and been habitable, but the oceans evaporated, so could no longer absorb carbon dioxide, allowing it to build up in the atmosphere in massive proportions, giving the atmosphere its size. Remember how some say that Venus is Earth's twin? Well, only in an evil twin way, because Venus is the hottest planet in the solar system, over 800 degrees Fahrenheit, temperatures that could melt lead. On the other hand, this thick atmosphere is more than enough to block radiation from the sun, so it makes up for the lack of a magnetic field. The conditions on Venus may seem bleak, but that is only because we are focusing on the surface of Venus. Just like how high altitudes have low pressures and cold temperatures on Earth, on Venus at 30 miles up, the temperature would be in the 170s, chilly compared to the surface, and air pressure would be Earth-like. This is why some people suggest building cloud cities on Venus. With an atmosphere of carbon dioxide, normal air would act like helium and keep things floating in Venus's atmosphere. Colonists could use their own air supply to float in conditions survivable with just a firefighter's outfit, heat-resistant material with an oxygen tank, rather than a full-on spacesuit. Since Venus is similar in size and mass to Earth, it has similar surface gravity, about 90% that of Earth's. This means that Venus would not weaken your bones and muscles like all of the other terrestrial objects in our solar system other than Earth. Venus's carbon dioxide-rich atmosphere is a valuable resource for colonists. Carbon dioxide can easily be turned into oxygen using the plants colonists would need to bring for food anyways. When it comes to water, though, you are out of luck. A big reason that the surface of Venus has become the hell that it is because it lost its water. In summary, Venus has a 4-month day that would need to be split into 24-hour segments. It doesn't have a strong magnetic field, but is protected by its thick atmosphere. Venus has a huge atmosphere, creating hellish conditions at the surface, but more manageable ones at high altitudes. Venus's surface gravity is similar to Earth's and would not cause medical problems over long periods of time. All in all, living on Venus would be nice at high altitudes. With Mars being hailed as the first planet for humans to colonize, it is easy to forget about Venus, who, with a little ingenuity, could be much more habitable than Mars. Venus has some radiation protection, the lack of which is one huge flaw with Mars. Radiation can cause cancer and radiation sickness. It is no joke. Also, Venus has Earth-like gravity, a quality often glossed over. While it may seem fun to bounce around like the whole world is a trampoline, it can, and does, cause the weakening of bones and muscles from less use, as well as eye problems from fluid being freer to move up higher in the body. And finally, Venus is closer to Earth, meaning a quicker travel time, so a faster rescue if anything goes wrong. That was Venus. Next time, we'll be looking at Earth.